Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Tiffany Renee, and this is Fame with Tiffany Renee, freedom of artistic means of expression. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Glad to have you, glad to see you. Thank you for stopping by. This is a safe space for all people where we talk about everything: metaphysics, quantum physics, esoteric stuff, spirituality. We talk about everything that has to do with being human on this three-dimensional plane and all the ebbs and flows and beautiful complexities that comes along with the human experience. If you are a returning person who's been here before, or if you are a lovely subscriber, welcome back. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers. I appreciate you all more than you could possibly know. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you are interested in changing body appearance, shedding a little bit of excess weight, feel free to check out my book. The link will be in the description. You can purchase it on Amazon, pounds down, forks up. I will also be doing a separate video about how you can manifest changing your physical appearance, because I do get asked that from time to time. It comes up a lot in the manifestation community as well, and someone did ask about that on the first live that I did in December. So I do want to make a video about that yes, you can change your appearance using deliberate manifestation. And I have done it. And I know other people who have done it as well. So I will make a video about that coming soon. So stay tuned. Today, also feel free to like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel if the spirit moves you. Love you all. Appreciate you. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. It is very late. It is got to be like after midnight, maybe 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning right now. So I decided to film this at the last minute when I was thinking about just waiting until tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow, but like later in the day. But I was still up, and I was still dressed. So I just decided to change my shirt, put on some makeup, and just go ahead and do it now while I've still got the energy. And I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and film this video. So let's get into it. Today, we're gonna talk about a manifestation technique that I think is super powerful, but a lot of people don't talk about it. And I have used it because I stumbled across it by accident. Maybe not by accident, because I think I was meant to find it, okay? So nothing really is by accident, right? There are no coincidences, right? So if it's meant for you, you're gonna find it. Like, it's gonna find you, right? So I came across these videos where, I know I've mentioned this before in some of my previous videos, about a young lady who, she was a painter, and she used her artwork to manifest. Like, she was getting her manifestations, her desires, her deliberate manifestations, because she would paint them. And then they would materialize. Like, somehow, some way, the cooperative components would show up, the bridge of incidents, and she would get her desired outcome. She would get the things that she wanted because she would paint them. And I thought, that is so cool and totally up my alley, because I'm an artist. I like to paint. I like to draw. I did like sculpture and stuff in college as well. And, I always drew since I was a little kid. But when I got to high school, I, of course, I did art classes. But when I got to college is when I really took pretty much every art class. I really learned how to paint with oil paintings. I did watercolor. I did drawing classes. I did all the art history classes, like the modern art classes. I did costume design classes. Like, I did it all. I love art and I love to draw. I designed my own clothes because at one point I wanted to be a fashion designer. So I have like a stack of my own designs that I have from like 20 years ago. Literally, some of them are like 20 years old. And so I thought, what a really cool way, to express myself. And I'm like, I could really manifest like by drawing something. Are you kidding me? Because I started off with stick figures, okay? Like, okay. When I was younger, it was stick figures all the way, and they were the dopest stick figures ever. Like, and I just evolved from there. And I'm still a work in progress, of course, because I've seen some incredible artists too, right? But I may have my own style. Everyone has their like niche of what they're kind of like best at. And I'm kind of more like a still life and abstract person. I'm not the strongest when it comes to like portraits and doing like real people and stuff. I can do them, but it takes me a really, 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 really long time. So I might do like an interpretation of the portrait, which comes out cool because I had a phase where I just did like portraits of like celebrities, and they came out looking really good actually. But it wasn't like, it was more like impressionism, like my impression of them, as opposed to like what they really looked like. It wasn't like realism, like with all the wrinkles and every hair and all that. Like some artists, that is their thing. And I'm not like that. Yet I would like to be. However, that spoke to me. And I thought, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. And I got to that place because of a concert. Okay, you knew it was coming. Okay. You knew a concert was going to be involved, people. You should have known. You should have known it was because of a concert. And now I've told this story maybe 2 years ago. This is maybe even 4 years ago, because back in 2019, I went to see Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike from New Edition. So it was Belle Biv DeVoe and Bobby Brown. They were on tour together, and they came to my state, and they were performing. And I was like, oh my God, I have to see them. Like, I have to go and I have to be in the front row, et cetera, et cetera. You know how I do. Okay, front row or I don't go, right? Front row society over here. So I manifested a front row seat literally like a week before the show. Okay. Don't ask me how. Visualization of affirmations. You know me in my living room getting it together, visualizing. Yes. And a front row seat came available like literally a week before the show. Crazy. And then I made a really, really big painting for them. And it just said their names in Arabic: Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Big, multicolored, 36 by 48, huge painting. Okay. And I wanted to give it to them. And it was just like a whole bunch of rigmarole because they were performing at a venue that was attached to a casino. So the stage was built by the casino. So the casino owned the stage in the outside area where they were going to be performing. So I would have to go through the casino with this art to get it back there, and I had to get permission. Was all this security. It's like, oh, you can't bring anything. It was all of this stuff, but I just kept affirming, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out for me. It's gonna work out for me. At the very last minute, it did end up working out, literally like on the day of. But I just kept affirming that it's gonna work out, and I knew even when I didn't have the front row seat. You know me, Neville Goddard technique, act as if, right? So I just kept affirming, I'm going. I'm acting as if I'm getting my outfit. One of the promoters had put on there, hey, y'all make sure y'all wear y'all's red and black, whatever. And I went out and I put together a red and black outfit. Okay, listen, I was coming through to see Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Okay, listen, it was going down for real, for real. And so since I had the front row seat, I said, okay, I'm going to meet them. I'm going to meet them somehow, some way. Security is going to let me through with this massive painting. I'm going to get clearance to get through the casino. I'm going to get back there. I didn't care. Okay. I didn't know what was going to happen. I think they did have a meet and greet, I think, set up at the time, but it was sold out, which I don't pay for meet and greets anyway. But anyway, whatever. I didn't care. I'm like, I don't care. Meet and greet sold out. It doesn't matter. That doesn't apply to me. What does that mean? That means nothing. In my reality, it doesn't matter. Okay? I was committed to my vision, as one must be, if one is going to call forth something in the 3D that does not exist, and there is no evidence of it existing except in your imagination. Okay? Neville Goddard talks about this all the time. It's not what's out here, it's what's in here. And you have to be committed to the end scene. You have to be committed to that. That's where the commitment is, to the end scene. Not what you see right now, but to the end scene that's in your imagination. That's what you need to be committed to. I was committed that I was going to be backstage with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, and I was going to give them this painting. Okay? So I was just trying to find a different technique beside my visualizations that I could couple with what I was already doing. And so I came across this young lady who was like, I just paint what it is that I want. And once I've painted it, it's done. I know it's coming because I've put it on my canvas. So I see it. It's done. It's solidified. So I know it's happening. I know I'm going to get it. And I thought, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. It's just like when you're scripting something. You've put it on paper. It's solidified. It's done. It's got to happen. I've put you on paper. It's done. You're in writing now. You're in writing. So of course, you're going to materialize. It's in writing. It's in black and white now. Okay? It's in ink. Of course I'm going to get what I want. It's in writing now. Right? So that's how she was feeling about her paintings. It's on this canvas. Okay, I'm about to hang you up right here. Of course I'm getting it. You're on the canvas now, right? You're a work of art now. You're hanging up on my wall. It's done. Of course it's coming. Of course I've got my desire. It's already painted. It's complete, right? I thought, this is brilliant. So I'm going to try it, but I'm going to do it on like paper. Like I'm going to draw it. I'm not going to paint it, but I'm going to draw it. So I thought, I'm going to see if this will still work if I just draw it. Now, you do not have to be an artist to do this. Okay? Trust and believe that. You do not have to have artistic abilities or skills in order to do this. Okay? Just use what you have. Okay? You are where you are. Whatever. You do not have to be Picasso or Leonardo or Michelangelo. You do not have to be skilled with the pen or the pencil or with charcoal or with the paintbrush in order to do this. Okay? Whatever level. If it's just stick figures, then it's stick figures and a Crayola. If that's where you are, that's where you are. Because you know what you're talking about. You're setting your intention. You're putting your energy into this. Okay? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I took out my sketchbook and my colored pencils, and I said, I'm going to try to draw a very, very, very rough, and I mean rough, picture of myself and Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. But it's going to be me giving them this painting. And I'm going to create some dialogue. And I'm just going to decide, I'm going to be in my outfit. And I'm just going to decide that once I've completed this drawing, it's done. It's done. It's happening. It's already happened. Period. That is going to be the new reality, and it's already happened. It's established after that. And again, like I said, I'm not the best at drawing people, but unless I take my time. I was not taking my time. Like, I enjoyed the process, but I wasn't trying to be perfect. I was just creating figures so that I knew what I was talking about, right? No one else was going to see this, right? Well, I'm going to show you all, but do you see what I mean? So I was just doing it for me. I did it. I put on their jams. I set up my desk, and I think I made a cup of tea, and I just started drawing. I was inspired to do it. Inspired action. I felt inspired to do it, and I took my time. It took me maybe an hour and a half or so, and I just really enjoyed just drawing up this mock picture, you know what I mean, of me giving them this painting in the outfit that I was gonna have on, because I had already bought my outfit. I already knew how I was gonna have my hair. It was gonna have my hair in a ponytail, like everything. I created some dialogue, and I stuck it on my microwave. Like, I even wrote a letter, or like a note on the back of it in past tense. I wrote a note on the back of the drawing as if it had already happened a week ago. And I started it as a week ago. You know what I mean? I drew this a week ago. Thank you, universe, for this experience. So I wrote it in past tense to even further solidify that this is something that already happened. This already happened. To convince my subconscious, hey, this is like, I remember when, like Neville Goddard, I remember when this happened. Like, I remember when I met kind of, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, like, just to solidify, oh, this already happened. And I taped it and I stuck it on my microwave a week before the show. And I looked at it multiple times a day. And every time I looked at it, every time I went in my kitchen, it was right there on my microwave. Every time I used my microwave, it was right there. I looked at it and I'm like, yep, thank you, universe. Yep, thank you, universe. Yep, thank you, universe. And I just kept trusting. I'm going to get through. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to get through security. I'm going to meet them down to the day of the show. I got dressed, posted my picture of my outfit. Michael Bivens, who I follow, on Instagram, I tagged them, started liking my pictures. Michael Bivens was liking my pictures. I was like, oh, this is a sign from the universe that all is well and I'm going to meet them, period. I took that as a sign. Every little thing I took as a sign. And I think he liked like 3 of my comments or my posts. I was like, oh, this is a done deal. I'm definitely going to meet them now. I drove out to the venue, still hadn't heard anything until I got to the venue, got a front parking spot. Like, the very first parking spot was open. I was like, this is even more confirmation that I'm going to meet them, that this thing is working. More confirmation. Okay, I think I even like took the picture off and like folded up and put it in my back pocket. And I sat in the parking lot and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this is more confirmation that this is done. And I called security while I was in the car. And I just said, hi, I have this big painting. And they said, oh, hold on. Wait, you're the one who has like the really big painting for the group? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, we've been expecting you. We've been expecting? We've been expecting you? They were expecting me? Like, we've been expecting you. Where are you? And I said, oh, I'm in the front. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and bring it through the casino. The director of security has given you clearance. Go ahead and bring this painting through and we'll make sure that I got clearance from the director of the casino security, the guy who runs the security for the entire casino. And the casino is massive. Like, he was like the head honcho. What? I was like, come through, universe. Are you kidding me? And they had a Facebook group as well that I was like posting in. And I had like uploaded the painting onto their like the Facebook group of the concert of the tour. And there was this lady, when I was like coming down the escalator, like with this painting, I guess she was in the Facebook group. Some randomly, she was like, oh, that's the painting from the Facebook group. I was like, oh my God, what? I was like, more confirmation that I'm going to meet them. Every single thing I took as a confirmation that I'm meeting them. This is a done deal. I get to the Mr. Head Honcho man. He lets me in. And he introduces me at some point to the head of their security, and I show him a picture because he locks it in his office until they get here, or until they got to to the venue. Then he introduced me to their security guard. I show him a picture, and then he brings it out and gives it to him. And then I find out that, because I met a cousin who I didn't even know I had there, and she had a meet and greet. And then she was like, oh yeah, they canceled the meet and greet. I was like, wow. So at first I was bummed out because they had a meet and greet that I didn't get a chance to purchase one. And which, I don't buy them anyway, but I was going to be willing to buy one, but it was sold out. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to manifest meeting them, right? But then turned out their meet and greet was canceled anyway. And they had to get that part refunded. Then their security, like the DJ was hyping people up, and I'm just sitting there. He takes them back, the painting, and I'm just sitting there minding my business. Other people were trying to get back there, and I think only radio contest winners were allowed to be back there, and they were escorted back. And I was just sitting in the front row, minding my business, and then I see him out the corner of my eye, beckoning me to come, and he takes me back there, literally, like 10 minutes before they were about to hit the stage. Like, no one does that. Like, artists don't see people right before they're about to hit the stage. Like, literally 10 minutes. They had their microphones in their hands. Like, they were giving them their microphones, like, to get up on the stage. Their dancers were walking past me to get up on the stage, like, to get their places on the stage, because they were literally about to go on stage. And they gave me that moment when they sat together, putting on their vests and, getting their prayer and everything, getting ready. And they gave me that moment, and they actually talked to me, and they were so nice, and we got our picture, and I got to meet them literally minutes before they went on stage. And then while they were on stage, they saw me because I was right in the front, and then they were like waving at me and blowing me kisses and like rapping to me and singing to me the whole time, just showing me so much love from the stage. Because I drew it. All because I drew it. Like, can't make this stuff up. All types of techniques work to get your manifestation. You could use that for anything. I haven't tried it for other things yet, but I think I will. But I have to be inspired to do it. And that's the thing. I don't do it for everything because I'm not inspired to do it for everything. If I'm sitting and I'm thinking, I want to do this, or I want to go to this concert, whatever, then I'll get a thing like, you need to draw it. And that's what happened with this. I came across that for a reason. And so I ended up drawing it. So this is the original drawing. Like I said, I know I have a whole video about how I met them, like on my YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the entire video, check it out, because I think it's titled How I Manifested Meeting like Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, or something like that. And I talk about this, but I'm just talking about the technique itself. So feel free. This is, don't laugh at my drawings, okay? This is the actual drawing. So this is me in the painting, okay? And this is them, don't laugh, okay? I was just drawing to be whatever. But like, I just drew dialogue like, oh, thanks for being such a good fan. I've been a fan of y'all for forever, except this painting. So this is what I drew. And you see right here, I dated it, okay? It said this happened May 31st, 2019, because that was the date of the concert. It's RBRM For the Love of It tour in Anderson, Indiana. It said, thank you, universe, for this experience. Tried and true, because I already decided it was going to work. Tried and true. It said, I drew this as a desire. Now, remember that note I said I wrote on the back? It said, I drew this a week ago, depicting my desired outcome of wanting to meet RBRM, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, and give them this painting. Nothing in the natural realm showed the possibility of this coming true. However, acting as if I know that's what did it. I got my manifestation. Everything happened perfectly, and I got to meet and take a picture. I got to meet them and take a picture. Powerful. Thank you, universe. So that's what I did. Drew it. And I've actually like have this framed. So I'm not gonna like post it at the end because I'm gonna show you the picture right now because I actually have it framed. Like I actually framed it. Like that is us, y'all. Yes. That is it. So me giving them the painting, me giving them the painting in my red and black. Okay. So I'm just saying you can 100% manifest with drawing. And that's the first time I did it. The second time I made also another video when I manifested meeting her, the singer Her. Same thing. I was inspired to draw a picture with her 2 days before her concert. Okay. And this one, I didn't have a ticket. And you can check out that video and I tell you the entire story on how I manifested her. I had no ticket because I had no money. I had no nothing. But I did a painting for her and I acted on pure inspired action and faith. And I just went down to the venue and I assisted. I ended up helping and everything. Then with just getting people organized, and one of the guys, just because I was so helpful, just ended up like letting me in. And I ended up being like in the front part of the pavilion, the front row part of the pavilion. And I was like doing the whole Mission Impossible thing. And then I ended up meeting one of her people and asking if they had got the painting. And then after the show, I went down to follow up with them. And then they ended up bringing like the head of her security because she had a meet and greet that ended up being canceled. And I didn't know that. And the head of her security comes out and I asked, just wanted to see if she had gotten the painting. And he was like, yeah, we got it as soon as we came through. And I was like, oh, well, did she like it? And he was like, what's your name? And then he goes back and then they come back and they get me. And she actually had me come to her dressing room and I got to meet her. And she had canceled her meet and greet. So I think I'm like the only person she actually met. And that was just crazy because I didn't even have money to have a ticket to get in. But I was like, got in, you know what I mean? By this real cool security dude. Just because I was being of service. Like I was helping him out just because I showed up. And I had dropped this painting off for her the day before. And I just knew like I'm gonna meet her. Like I love her music. I think she's an incredible musician. And I'm like, I want to see her live and I want to meet her. And I'm doing this painting for her. And I don't care how, circumstances don't matter. I'm going to meet her. I'm going to meet her. And the inspiration came up again that said, draw it. And this was 2 days before the show. Like I was doing the visualization. I was doing all of that. It would have said, draw it. Draw you and her. And so I drew a picture of what I thought she would be wearing based on like other pictures of her tour. And I went and got my outfit. Okay. I had just maybe a couple of dollars. I had $20 to pay for parking at the venue. And I had maybe $10 to get my outfit, which it was like, I spent maybe $3 on my shirt from Rainbow. Like for like that was, and maybe a couple of scrunchies. Like that's it. Like from my money, whatever. I don't like, that was it. And I pulled my outfit together and I drew myself in what I would be wearing. And I drew her and I drew she and I holding the painting that I did for her. And I did draw myself down in the front row and let her like, like reaching out to me, like acting as a imaginary scene to imply that I was down there in the front row. So while I didn't get down in the front row, I was in the front row part of the pavilion. So I just wasn't front row on the ground, but I was front row of the pavilion. So it kind of happened, kind of not. So it was like front row, but not floor front row, kind of, right? But still got to see her, still had, the screen was right there and she was down right there and everything because it was an amphitheater. So there was really no bad seat in the house. I was next to some really cool people. And at the end of the day, I still got to meet her. So I did the same thing, visualize, and I will add the picture at the end of this video. If you don't want to go back and watch the other, at the end of this video, I will upload the picture of me and her. Right now I just have the picture of the one that I drew because I don't have our picture framed like this one. I did also write a note on the back, because they give you like access passes sometimes, like if you're going to go backstage, or if you're just going to be in the venue, sometimes you'll get a pass. And I have a couple of those access passes, just like you just have all access to everything. You just kind of meander everywhere. So in my drawing, I put that I'm going to have an access pass, and I'll be able to just kind of meander. So in my drawing, I'm wearing an access pass to let me get backstage. So at the back of my picture, I was given an all access pass and had the time of my life. Thank you, universe. You came through and gave me an experience better and easier than I ever thought I could have. God bless her. She's amazing, and her team, and she was super sweet to me. Amen. So more to be. So that was it. Like, period. It is done, right? Like, it's done. Again, wrote it in the past tense. I was given. I had the experience. You came through. It was, you know what I mean? I already wrote it on the back. It's done. It's in the past tense, which means it's already done. And I stuck it on my microwave 2 days before the show. And the show itself was on May 1st of 2022. And I have that on May 1st, 2022, I was front row to see her, and I saw her after the show, and we took a picture with the painting I did for her. Now, again, I wasn't front row at the bottom. I was like front row up top of the pavilion. But this is the picture that I drew. So this is like my outfit. So this is like what I was thinking, like me in the front row, because she had like this purple Prince guitar. And this was what it was going to look like, me and her with the hair. I know. Don't laugh at my drawings, y'all, okay? But I was just saying, like, yeah, that was my outfit with, you know, the pink boots and the ponytail and the, you know, crazy looking little tank top, the tie-dye looking. And you know, she has the glasses and the little shirt dress, and that was the painting. And then the note, oh, back. So that is what I did for her, and I will show you the picture at the end of this video of how that turned out, because I did, like I just explained, get to meet her. And the picture, even the sides that we're standing on, it was pretty incredible. Like we're even standing on the same sides. As I actually think I do have a side-by-side picture that I think I'll upload to show you just the part of what I drew and then what, like, the real thing, you know what I mean? So you can see. I may have uploaded on my other video, but I'm not sure, but I will upload it to this one so you can see, like, the drawing, me and her, and then, you know, the real me and her. So listen, I know we're at 33 minutes. I'm just letting you know, you can literally use a multitude of techniques to get you in the state of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard says a lot. Getting into the state of the wish fulfilled. That's all these techniques do. That's the only purpose of it. Visualization, scripting, you know, getting in is just getting you into, you know, saying affirmations, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's painting, if it's drawing, it's whatever that is, it's simply getting you into the state of your wish already being fulfilled. It's getting you into that state. It's getting you into vibrational alignment with your desired outcome so that it comes to you, right? Like, that's the point, is that we want to get into a space of alignment where our energy catches hold to our desire and pulls it in. And that's what all of these things do. That's why there's no one size fit all when it comes to deliberate manifestation. You know what I mean? Because all these techniques work. Like, they all work. Whatever you want to do, you know, the 5 5-5 method or the 5-6-9 method, or, you know, if you just want to script everything out, it works. You know, if it gets you in the state of the wish fulfilled, if you could just sit and visualize it, and you especially if you can get your senses involved, oh, that's even better. You know, it gets you into the state of alignment. And again, someone might ask, well, what if I don't believe it? Again, that's the point. You may not believe it. Like, that's kind of why you do the techniques, right? Because you're trying to get yourself into the state energetically where you can line up with the thing that you want, right? And you may not consciously believe necessarily that you can get the thing, because your 3D circumstances, right? What you're seeing with your eyes, your logical mind is telling you A plus B is not equal in C. 1 plus 2 is not equal, you know what I mean? Is not equal in 3. 1 plus 2 is not equal in 3 right now. So, or whatever the case is. But if that is the case, and it's getting, if it's getting in your way, and you're allowing your belief in the fact that this can't be true because what my eyes are telling me is something different than what I'm allowing my imagination to tell me, then these techniques, if you can allow yourself the space to, as Neville Goddard says, to deny your senses, and just give yourself that space to embrace your imagination, and just to deny your senses, even just for a little while, these techniques really come in handy to help you do that. Because once you start getting into these techniques, they are literally, in my opinion, creating space. They're opening you up for the possibility that you can have it. Even if you don't necessarily believe 100% that you can get the thing, it opens you up to at least be able to believe in the possibility that you could. And sometimes that's all that's needed. Sometimes you just need to crack the door open. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to crack the door. And that's enough. Because if you can just leave room for the possibility, because, you know, anything is possible. So if you could at least be in the anything is possible state, and then use these techniques, you're already in a better place. You're already opening yourself up to seeing some incredible things happen, because you at least believe in the possibility that it could happen. It's better than just completely closing yourself off of it altogether. Because I get it. Like, trust me, I understand. But obviously, I've used these, you know, just examples of concerts. But you can use it for anything. For anything. If it's the house that you want to close on, you know what I mean? But it looks like somebody else is going to get it. If you feel inspired to draw it, to draw you and your family outside the house holding the sold sign or whatever, do it. Do it. Because anything is possible. If you can at least believe in the possibility that you can have the house in spite of what your eyes are telling you, or what your logic is telling you, or what the 3D circumstances or whatever is telling you, then you've already made room for the possible outcome that you want to happen. You see? So I hope that this video maybe gave you a different perspective, and broadened your your mind, your horizon, and give you something to do that's fun. Like, this is a really fun technique to try. If you've never tried it before, definitely give it a shot. I mean, yeah, meeting her was absolutely incredible. That was fun. Like, that was fun. If you want all of the details and all of the tea, definitely check out my video entitled I Manifested Meeting Her, because that was insane in the best possible way. And you can also go back and watch the video of me manifesting meeting Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike as well, because that was also pretty insane too. Because there were a lot of obstacles to that. There was a lot of moving parts to that one, and there were, you know, some moving parts with the one with her, because I had like no money to go. Like, I didn't even have any money to see her show. No money for a ticket, no nothing, you know. And listen, commitment to the wish fulfilled. Okay, I was committed to my imaginal act, my imaginal scene. The end result was I'm going to meet her. I'm going to see her, period, point blank, period. I'm going to see her. I'm going to meet her. I'm going to give her this painting. We're going to take this picture. You see, it's on the microwave. It's on the microwave. I wrote the note. I wrote the thank you note already to the universe. It's done. It's done. I don't care that I don't have a ticket. I don't care that I don't have any money to get a ticket. I don't care. 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 I don't care about anything in the 3D reality or anything logical that is telling me that this is not possible. Yes, I see you, and I appreciate you for being there. You're just doing your job, doubt. I know, bless, but guess what? That doesn't apply to me, because it's just going to happen. It's done. It's been drawn. It's been established. I've already thanked the universe. It's done, period. Thanks, Preesh. You know what I mean? And I stayed committed. Every time the doubt came in, yeah, that doesn't apply to me. We're done. It's already done though. But it's already done though. Yeah, but it's already done. It's already done. I blocked out that date. I blocked out that time. I didn't care. It's done though. Hey girl, what are you doing? I'm going to go and see her. Oh, you got your ticket? No. But I'm going to see her. And yes. People are like, oh, okay, so you just going with no ticket? Yeah. Going no ticket. Yep. I am. I'm gonna go. Yeah. And I'm gonna meet her too. Oh, okay. All right, girl. Yeah. And then came back that night, sending people, posted, I got to meet her. With no ticket. I mean, you know, it's like I shouldn't have even been in the venue, let alone backstage with her. But anything is possible when you stay committed to the vision. That's all. Stay committed to your vision, whatever that vision is. If it's a concert, if it's a house, if it's a new career, if it's a new life change, a new opportunity, if it's money, if it's love, if it's a appearance, if it's peace, if it's harmony, if whatever, stay committed to the end result. Stay committed to the vision of the wish fulfilled, not the middle. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about the how. We're not worried about the 3D. No matter what happens, it is just part of the bridge of incidents, like manifesting with Kimberly always says. Everything is leading you to your manifestation. Everything is part of your bridge of incidents, period. Just decide that it is. It is, period. It's done. It's already done. It's already done. It's part of the bridge of incidents. Thanks. It's done. So I'm going to upload the picture. And thank you all for hanging with me for 45 minutes. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to hear some results. I want to hear you all. What did you draw and manifest? Let me hear it, because I know it's going to be amazing. So try it. Let me know if you try the technique and if it worked out for you, because I'm excited to hear it. And you know, next time I try it and I get some more results, I'm going to share it with you all. Trust and believe that. So take care, everyone. Thank you all so much. And I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Okay.